Look at this thing. Incredible, right? 1966 Cadillac Ambulance. This is made by Greenlight. It's a 1/18 scale. It's enormous, really. I had to move around the shelf to put this in. A nice surprise, though. Santa came by, gave it to me, put it under the tree, and spent the last couple of days checking it out, and some other things that we'll take a look at too in the near future. But this probably is a good way to start. What a good car. Fits in nicely with some of my emergency vehicles. So, I mean, I was very happy, very pleased to add this car. And it's done, the creation of this car is done very well. And it looks great on the shelf. So, Cadillac Ambulance. This chassis was done by Cadillac. And they would sell it to you as long as you had the official go ahead from General Motors Engineering to continue their vehicle and sell it. You're able to get a commercial chassis from them. So Cadillac was doing this probably for 20 years almost at this point, or over 10 years at least, by 66. And Greenlight just made a great vehicle. I'm very happy to add this to the collection, like I said. Let's take a look at it. Let's get into it. If you're looking at it right now, I mean, on the screen, I mean, not a lot of flaws. Car is really, really good. Paint and body's done very well. No overspray. The wheels are true. It does roll, I might add. Now, me personally, I'm just going to say that I did have to fix the steering system a little bit. Just to true the wheels, the way they were pointing. I'll go into that a little bit later, but that's a personal preference. Definitely out of the box, the thing's a stunner. You'll notice there's not a lot of graphics on the car besides the ambulance. And that's just because this is probably what it would look like when it would come from the factory, from the coach builder, ready to go to your district or your hospital and get its lettering done. So keep that in mind. But it looks so good, just in its regular colors. Seating, it was matched, so the interior and the front passenger area is red and white as well, and that looks really good. So these are rubber tires. Separate lens detail here. Look at the chassis real quick before we go on to the rest, because not much to say. And I'll say partly closed body on this one. Front doors and the rear hatch open, so we'll go over that. But sealed engine. And separate exhaust pipe, but kind of just a simple design here. And do this real quick so I could show you. Let's see if we can get this in focus. So it's your stamp. It's what you get when you pay the part of the price premium, is you get that special plaque for the limited edition. So, but yeah, simple chassis you saw. But just to go into that a little bit more detail, steering system when you get it may or may not be like mine, but these wheels were definitely out of alignment, and they were basically had the shaft was too long, and it was making them have a severe misalignment, so they look very crooked. So I fixed it basically, but you could leave it alone. I just wanted the wheels to look straight, so I fixed it. Not a big deal. So we'll take a look again at the car as a whole. The body is really, really well done and proportioned. Most of the car is diecast, but everything up from this trim piece up is plastic. And they built up pieces of plastic in and out, and we'll look at it. The roof has detail on it because it's a multi-piece, so the headliner and stuff looks very accurate. So it kind of gave a little bit of diecast there, but it gets a lot of detail. It's a great looking car though. Open the door. It's on a spring hinge instead of a dog leg, so you'll see it's got a more natural opening. And another thing about the car, really cool, has the windows here that move and they're adjustable, so the quarter vent windows will pop and they'll swing both sides. Thought that was great. They also upholstered the seat in rubber, and they included this little panel here that kept that part of the seat closed, so we couldn't get caught or anything in there, because they'd probably have a panel that went below. So that's kind of cool too. Unique to the ambulance. Your Cadillac dash. Probably had air conditioning in there. You got your black floor. Door panel's very good. Got the two colors there. Thought that was great. Then we can see some of the interior, which will go back to the back of the vehicle, but we'll see. So that's all nicely done. Chrome. They got a great trim here. Good paint. Come around to the back, and we'll swing this open. It's Cadillac taillights. It's funny, Cadillac will ship these cars in a chassis, pretty much open chassis, but they'd have the nose complete and the engine, wiring. And they give you extra, wiring for the back, and they give you some panels, so they give you like quarter panels and stuff, and you can piece it back together once you stretch the frame and everything. It was crazy. Gave you a lot of free license to kind of create your own vehicle and sell it, as long as you're approved by the engineering department. So looking at the back here, it's great. The gurney doesn't move out. It is fixed, but the material feels like a sheet. It's really interesting. It's kind of like rubberish, but it has a texture. Same with this. Looks like you can put another person here or have another technician. There's also a jump seat that they had up front, right there. And then you can see the oxygen tanks and that famous old flooring, that parquet type floor. Your threshold is closed out, so you can run that gurney right through. One of the things that Cadillac was trying to do compete against the vans and stuff, was that the load floor was really low and you'd be able to slide that thing in, which is true, but the guy doing it has really bent over, because even though that's tall, it's not like a van. But they were pretty sleek. It would be fun to drive one of those. Big block Cadillac engine. Yeah. So it's a great looking car. Really, really cool. Good piece of history. Goes along again with the collection really well. See it right there. Just take a look again. The nice finish. Closed body up here. It's got a great grill. Let's focus on it real quick. It's all done. Black wash was done, so the grill is all done well. Separate headlights. Separate crest in the hood. That looks great. Smooth paint. Just looks great. It's a good car. I love it. Goes great with all the different emergency vehicles. Like we get the New York Police Department on scene. Roll them up. It's almost like a TV show. This is really cool. There's the box. So you got this, and then it says what it's limited to. And where's the other box? Like it's directly on the back. So let's do this real quick. Show you the box. So that's what you get. So there's the old ambulance. So 66 Caddy. Hope you enjoyed it. Another beautiful car from Greenlight. And we'll have some more coming down the pike. So have a good one. Until next time.